Really interesting when you think of what's coming next. Today was a much-needed win as well for Newcastle Troy, who have, as we said, their Premier League form isn't quite matching up to the form that we've seen in the Champions League, albeit maybe on paper a favourable tie.
No, it is a favourable tie. We've also seen Carabao cause upsets as well. They got a draw, was it, with Chelsea earlier on in the season as well? Go on.
Don't just pull a face. Say something if you're going to say something.
I agree with you. It's favourable. They should win, and
they destroy them. Like, this is the Champions League starts now for Newcastle.
No, I agree, and I don't disagree with that. But we've also seen upsets. We saw Bodo Glimt beating Inter. Again, not the same teams. I get that, but the level.
I think they're on two different atmospheres, Bodo Glimt and Carabao.
And some would say that Inter are miles better than Newcastle, but that's to be seen. And anyway, but the point I was getting at is where we're at with the football side of it is. Newcastle, Grella would say this, and I'll say it for him. Newcastle, a team you don't really want to face. Very powerful, big on set pieces. Obviously, they've won a cup competition last year in England with the Carabao Cup. They will feel that they can take everybody on. I got the pleasure of working their game earlier in the rounds against Barcelona. A fantastic game. Barcelona won on the night, but it could have gone either way. So they won't be scared to play Barcelona. And also, they'll look at this Chelsea team and say, OK, we fancy our chances with that. But the league and the Champions League has been so up and down. Like the league, it feels like every moment they're ready to kick on, they lose. The Champions League, you're like, OK, maybe they're going to lose. And then they kick on and have really big performances. To score 4 for Anthony Gordon against Carabao is very, very difficult when you think for English players, only Harry Kane's done that for Bayern. You think that's wonderful. So, go on.
No, I was just about to say, to that point, this is where it puts him in the Golden Boot race, because it's amazing to think, yes, OK, he had a lot of those goals against Carabao, but to be in the mix with Harry Kane, Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappé is pretty impressive, isn't it?
It's amazing. And also, I know me and Nico are very much aligned on this, so I'll tee up and let Nico finish it. But the new way of the games and the amount of games, again, Mbappé or Anthony Gordon could potentially play 4 more games than Ronaldo to break the record, right? And when you start to look at where they're at and what they're doing, you have to give them credit because they still have to score the goals. But I do feel like we need to just maybe put a little asterisk next to it, maybe, or put. It's like the sack record in the NFL was just broken by Myles Garrett. But the ones before had only played like
less games.
So how do you feel it, Nico?
You look at this graph and you already see there's been 1 edition of the league phase format, and already 2 of those players comprise that list that played in that season before. Girassi and Rafinha. And Mbappé is going to be on there. Oh, excuse me, Mbappe's on there, right, with 13. So, sure, there's an asterisk. There's more games. There's more lopsided games. Right, so and not only that, it's not only in the league phase. You mentioned the 4 games. That's because there's 2 extra in that first round, which is league phase versus group stage, and then potentially you've got 2 more in a previous round before the round of 16. It's more football, less quality, and when you have really good teams versus really bad teams, you're gonna get a. What was the aggregate result at the end of this? What was it? 9-2? 9-3?
Well, so
it was close.
It was unserious.
No, I'm with you.
So, Nico, are you saying that you would like to see a completely separate history book for this new season of the Champions League, or this new format over the last couple of years, or you want it all to be considered the same?
The record books are the record books, and before it's like...
You can say you can break it up. You could say this was the previous...
I think we're going to look at it like that anyway. Once Ronaldo's record is broken, which inevitably almost it feels like Mbappé could pull it off this season, we're going to say, well, Cristiano did it in less games and blah, blah, blah.
Feels like it could be done every year under this new format, doesn't it? That there's going to be 2 or 3 more names.
You play 4 games. If you're a pot 1 team, you play 4 games against 2 pot 2 teams, 2 pot 4 teams.
Or even if you have to play these extra 2 games, like Anthony Gordon is having to, then obviously he's going to have more.
But also, I don't want to speak down to it because they still have to score the goals. So it sounds like we're poo-pooing it a little bit and making it feel a little bit bad, but he still has to score the goals, and he's scoring the goals. But the feeling and the sentiment all around it will always be, you didn't have as much. You had more games to play, and arguably lesser quality.
So
because
when it does happen, Troy, would you separate the two? Like,
I
say
would.
Kylian
In my mind's
Mbappé,
eye, I would.
gets
Yes.
to the top. You would say in this new format, Kylian Mbappé is the Champions League.
It's information that you should put out there, really and truly. You know, for people like us, I think we should say it's great, but at the same time, they did play more games, and it's a different format, and the teams are maybe not as competitive, but you've got to give their flowers, but you've got to put that information out there.
I think we're going to have the same conversation one day when somebody beats Just Fontaine's record at the World Cup, 13 goals in 1958.
Yeah.
Someone soon, now that we have an expanded World Cup with more teams than ever, we have more games than ever. There's 8 games to win a World Cup final. Someone is bound to break it, and that's just the way that modern football is.
It sure is.
You two put it so eloquently well.